mic. Push it to the max, kill 'em on the tracks. Give it till I ain't got nothing left. I'ma shake the world, shake the world, shake the world, shake the world.
I'm Mark Bader with Flowrestling, and we're out here checking out the Ultimate Athletics grappling tournament today. It looks good, an awesome gym. Ryan Ciatoli and Bomb Squad guys doing a great job. I'm with Flowrestling, so we're up here covering some stuff with Cornell. We did Cornell versus Central Michigan. Cornell's ranked first in the country right now in wrestling. Central Michigan was 5th. We did a live stream last night of their dual meet. We recorded that as also put them up on the web for people to watch. And then we're doing the body bar tournament at Cornell today, doing the finals live. And then we'll be at the Sprawl and Brawl, which is in Binghamton. And I'll head there tonight and do that tomorrow. Okay, yeah, Flowrestling's just one branch of Flowcast, which is an online sports media company. So we, you know, I guess some way people describe it is YouTube meets ESPN. So it's online video-based resource, but we do a lot of original content ourselves. We travel all over the country nonstop, every single weekend at a new place, covering college wrestling. Well, not just college. My roommate is at a youth tournament, like one of the biggest youth tournaments in Tulsa this weekend. And we do high school. We went to the Olympic. We've been to the World Championships the last several years, Russian national championships. Yeah.
So I assume with your passion for the sport, you have a background in wrestling?
Yeah, I started wrestling when I was 10 years old and completely fell in love with it. Just like played baseball and soccer before that, but there was like as soon as I did it, no question. I got one of 7 kids. There's 6 boys in my family, so grew up fending for myself, wrestling in the living room, in the backyard, and this came around. I just absolutely loved it.
Mm-hmm. And you did you wrestle collegiately?
Yeah, I wrestled at University of Missouri from 99 to 03, and great experience there. Loved it, you know, and just lucky as all hell to be in that field still doing something I love. Traveling around watching wrestling and filming and stuff.
My company is an MMA-oriented company. Mm-hmm. What impact has MMA had on the wrestling community?
That's a debate that can go on for a long time. You know, some people say it's great. Some people say it's taking away from our top-level guys, because you got guys like Ben Askren and Mo Lawal who were competing on the world stage who left it to go fight. But at the same breath, it's great for especially the younger levels, because instead of high school wrestling being looked at the stereotypical guys rolling around in tights, you know, all of a sudden it's, hey, there's a bunch of, you know, tough dudes. There's, you know, Rashad Evans, Brock Lesnar, Kane, Gray Maynard, Frankie Edgar. We could go on all day, but wrestling's getting the attention and the you know, the recognition it deserves, because if you wrestle, you're a badass usually. Yeah, because, you know, it's like either you try to make the Olympics, and if you don't, you're not. You know, if you're the #2 guy, there's not a whole lot. You know, even if you're the #1 guy. Well, as far as making money, obviously the passion, the guys want to do it, that's great. They're going to keep doing it, but there comes to a point where you got to make a living, you know, and it's always bothered me, especially when I was in college, that these football players who don't work nearly as hard as we do, or MMA, or you know, but they go and they make a lot of money and they're famous and all that, and it's not about being famous and making money, but you gotta eat, you know, you don't have to have a family, but if you have a family, you gotta feed them, and you know, MMA is an awesome place for these guys to be able to do that. Absolutely.
Sure. It's a great way to see some of these star collegiate wrestlers actually continue to perform. You get to watch them some more.
Yeah, yeah. You know, and when you know, you watch this pay-per-view at a bar and they're saying NCAA All-American, right, NCAA champion, that brings more credibility to wrestling, and you know, wrestlers are doing well. Frankie, Chael, you know, Kane. We can go on all day, but you know, yeah.
Has anyone ever mentioned to you that you bear a resemblance to Uriah Faber? And how often do you get that?
Very often. If I had a nickel for every time I heard it, I'd maybe have $10. But yeah, I hear the Carpenter sometimes too.
Oh sure, yeah.
Play, and I've heard people say you're a mixture of the two. So if I could get as many girls as Uriah, that would be awesome.
Are you a fan of the sport MMA as well?
Oh, I love it. Yeah, I actually spent the first 2 years working with this company running an MMA website called Pure Fight, and we've just are in the process, just did whatever, of merging the 2 sites. So we'll have a section on Flowrestling called Flow Fight, dealing more with fighters who come from wrestling backgrounds. Before, I was going to a lot of local shows all over the country, filming them, putting them up online. But my main focus now is covering wrestling, high school, college, most of that, little kids and Olympics too. But yeah, MMA is awesome. I love it. I can't miss UFC, and if I do, it's only because I'm out filming wrestling. So MMA is great.
Awesome. Well, thanks for taking the time. Good luck with Flowrestling and all your travels.
All right, thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
Mike.